Emeka Ihedioha is that man that if I'm governor of our state, and when I become governor, I will understand that there is need for me to create an enabling environment. Assuming a couple of you want to set up a hospital and have your resources, there's something you expect the government to do for you. I understand that you're coming to invest. I understand you're coming to create jobs. I understand you're coming to create wealth. So next certain bottlenecks, I will make sure it's off. I will ensure that because of the way I run government, only barabas make one bribe 10 million K. There is no other way. There is no better way to abolish corruption than amassing this government. I don't want to man. People know me. I can be strict. I have some sense of discipline, a very high sense of discipline. I am impatient to Iraq. That is what people regard as arrogance. An arrogant man, Agi Koginaka. I want Deputy Speaker for the 4 years, although he must state against that I'm saying police may arrest. I could have got anybody jailed. I want him to know Jukwa, Yam show power. Yes, a very powerful office. And if all I want you to do, deal with this man, that is a simple thing. Is that all you want? Wow. So I don't show strength. When I look at certain people today in office, the way they use offices, like I said, local gaffy. So is that so? I know this person is a they my colleagues. So when they talk of arrogance, if I was arrogant, that is not me. So the truth of the matter is that I am impatient with Iraka because I believe things can be done. I speak truth to power. I will tell him how I feel at any point in time. So I know that we need to create industries. I know that government must create environment to make sure that when cottage industries. My thinking is that every local government area should have a cottage industry to create jobs. Now, but to get industries to work, there must be power available. If you don't have power, there's a problem. So what have I done? Again, I'll talk about my past. As chief whip of the House of Reps, I got federal government to site a substation, 133, 132 by 15 kVA. Now, I was here back home. Okay, help me that time. Now, a major area, I got the site here. I don't get late until Ufuobi. Have I let some part work? But not worry. By the grace of God, when I get in as governor, I'll get federal government. Because I know the language of the federal government. I'll get them to get back. And the language is simple. I am not governor of a state. And so I am representing my people. And because I understand appropriation processes, I know what to do. I won't mind giving you you can't tell me to wait. Because this is the governor I'm a governor that has been a presiding officer of the National Assembly. Can you look at these capacities and wish that away? No. Now, what are the times in Imo? A time of drought. Oko the Imo. Egani efuelen. Agaunde babi iya. So I'm not going to beg with Ihechakwa. What I would do, I can meet Anyok. So Muna, Merita Simrani, or Uhere John Ogele. And then we're meeting governors, so I sit down. My state has been damaged. Before you finish the meeting, give us. Say, I need the agricultural seats. We need seats. Say, Minister of Agriculture, I hear you are spending 50 billion or labor debit kind. So I don't need to talk to minister. I'll get a director. I said, oh, Ghana, come see, I want Allah. Ghana, Coco. Yani, I am glad both of me now. Some people will get job by planting cocoa. Yes. I have planned, for instance, to plant 3 million palms within 4 years. That's achievable. It's not impossible. I've done some work, and I know that I can get it done. If I do 3 million pounds in Imo State, that is creating another economy altogether. Yes. As we speak today, there is no other source of income apart from federation account, federation allocation, and every month. Another, tell me if, in case you know, I don't want to talk about IGL. I told you come again because it's shrouded in absolute secrecy. Nobody knows what you get. Imo is an opaque state, completely opaque. No transparency, no accountability in governance. I will do the exact opposite. I will make sure I open government. So you guys know, when I was in House of Reps, we passed the Freedom of Information Bill, and government signed it into an act. So I understand the implications and I know what it means. So I will bring difference to governance in our state. And people can know that government is about responsibility. And that it's about democracy, which is government of the people, for the people, and by the people. When I was in the House of Reps, I chaired the committee on constitutional review for 4 years. Within that period, I engineered the House to send every member of the House of Reps to his constituency. When we went to discuss the constitution, we look at the Nigerian constitution, tore it. We get 6 consultants from each of those zones, so one from each of the zones, and a super consultant. And then we look at the constitution to say that this constitution is not the people's constitution. It was given to us by the military. And so there was need for us to civilize it and make it a people's document. And so we got them to go to respective stakeholders, get church leaders, get traditional leaders, get opinion holders, get students, get artisans. Let us discuss our constitution. So in 2012, I think it was in October or November 2012, we carried out that exercise in the 360 federal constituencies. We brought reports. We collected all of them under my chairmanship. It took us about 6 months to work on. But the reports we got, we took it, aligned, and voted on each of them one after the other. The good news is that Nigerians voted the way they want their country to be governed. That is the closest ever to a referendum we've had in our country. I initiated that process. So when I become governor of Imo State, I'll take that report, isolate areas that will be useful to our state, and make sure that I get the House of Assembly in Imo. Say, we've done all this, does this, extract what you know is possible. Can I? Amen. And so some of them will just, without working hard, find themselves passing bills that will be signed into law by governor. Because once I say it in Emeka, I sign that day, and then they are effective. So what are those things I want to do? One will be to guarantee autonomy of the local government, because I know it's very important. I know the implications, and I know many governors run away from it. When I was deputy speaker and I was contesting, some governors said, Emeka, what's wrong with you? They say you're the one insisting. You know you're going to be governor one day, say, don't worry. It is because you are greedy.
That's
because
right. That's what it is.
If we have to do
Greed.
a road, you say that now I took Douglas Road to town, and I call through selective tendering, I get MCC. See, MCC come, or my government, say, I'll take due process, say, go and do selective tendering, pick 6 good contractors in the state that will give us a good road for the Douglas Road, because Douglas Road must be where? Okay, and the contractor in Miamo. Again, here, contractor that is reputable. Yes, it's true. So if I say get 6 companies, that was how federal government awarded Orelele Road. I got the Minister of Finance. Hey, Joe Gaba, your friend was in my office, on office that day.
Okay, yes. Yeah, I know.
I got Minister of Finance, I got Minister of Niger Delta, I got the Chairman Committee on Finance, and got the Senate Committee Chairman on Finance, got Naked and Niger Delta counterparts, all of them in my office. Saying, well, men, among them, I was only chief whip of the House of Reps, and I accomplished that. On the book, I will govern. I will do a lot And I'll get people to imagine them at men when they accomplish it. We sing like we will. Can I continue? Are you still in doubt?
No.
About what? Security. Thank you, sir. Now, sir, I understand security one is about confidence in government. If you have confidence in the man that is your governor, that will create an enabling environment, you're almost there. So, sir, there are certain specifics I will not get into. But I want to assure you, sir, that if I'm governor of the state, I will work well with the Commissioner of Police. Because the Commissioner of Police knows that I understand what he should do.
Yes.
And I will put him to task. I will challenge him, I will task him. I will work with other security agencies. And most importantly, we will overhaul the vigilante and give them responsibilities. Because if local vigilante is working, and the traditional institutions realize what their duties are to the people, now let me tell you one of the problems. Traditional again, ask the governor, God bless you. A traditional ruler is there at the mercy of his people. You know, someone on this side is Roku David. Yes. You heard it? Akbar is the traditional rulers. I know better. When a traditional ruler believes that governor today, that's madness. Total madness. So yes, I want to be governor, but you are going to be responsible to your people. It has to be like Ghana. All now sign the under the code when they must you are no more traditional ruler. Go back, get your hold on me. Until you institutionalize that. Oh, one day the teacher can have a job. You can't try that with me. Am I courageous? Yes, I'm courageous.
And you got our support.
I speak truth to power at any point in time. I don't want to live in Nasomat. Nasogen. Water. They say I'm with you wrong. I'm with you wrong. Even though I know that there's a lot I still have to do for our system. So that defines my attitude. So I've talked about educational system. I've talked about industrialization. I've talked about security. I've talked about good governance. I will talk about rule of law, which you know is the foundation to democracy. And so because I understand it, everything I'm talking about here is rule of law. It must be a due process unit. When I'm governor, I will institutionalize it so that government processes can be open. That's what openness in government is all about. Am I right? So I won't be afraid to do any muchu. When I was deputy speaker of the House of Reps, go and check my records. Go and check my records. But when I really share the deal, ask Ndimu or others. Say, how did Emeka perform? Have you, by the way, have you heard that someone very really going to government? No, I know here before. Have I had access to? Yes, I've had. So I have a sense of contentment. And that is, I think, what is very, very important in governance. Do I fear God? Yes, I fear God. And I'll commit myself to working for the people with the fear of God. My brothers, agriculture is the future of our state. Because, amongst other things, I am aware that if we invest in agriculture, we shall reap bountifully. And I know that Imo is a very fertile soil. The topography in Imo is wonderful. Just a few communities are
Somehow.
God bless you. Most of our communities are with an airport, which the government in its wisdom has made a cargo airport. But are we utilizing it? No. It takes a responsible state government to press the right buttons and make the right demands, and those things will be done. I know what I need to do. Imo is an oil producing state with a great, huge gas basin. Very huge. In Imo State, the power plant that federal government started in Ebema, it's not been completed up to today. I am not aware that our governor has gone one day to ask federal government, why can't you finish this? Because he doesn't know what it is all about. Oma, the import of power. That if I get federal government to complete the power station, the substation it will help to energize our base. And it will fast track industrialization. So the cost of doing business will be very, very, very. When I was deputy speaker, again, I got federal government to construct a road from Isiwenke to Okigwe. I am not from that zone. I'm not from that area. But what excited me was that is a basin and we the rice. Wonderful fertile ground for rice cultivation. And my elementary economics reminds me that factors of production. Huh?
Yes.
Before you ask me, let me ask. Should I ask? I promise you one thing. I will run a very participatory government. And I will not be cowed, and I won't be shy to learn from you. Because I believe I have limitations. I don't claim to be an expert. I told you what I do is politics and governance. That's what I do. Now what I do is political brokerage. I won't a builder. I've told you that I am not a medical doctor. So I for here, my job doctor, say doctor, I for here me test. But then we must have good hospitals. Because you can fall ill, you can go Okigwe, get one accident in Okigwe. And so if there is no teaching hospital in Okigwe or a good hospital in Okigwe, where would they take you to? It's possible. So I understand what it means. So Chukwuma-Abii will govern. I will first start. Yes, we'll have 19 general hospitals that have been functioning. They say there are 27 hospitals, there are 27 buildings, I don't know. But we can take over, we can recover our 19 general hospitals. We can recover 19 of them. And we can now equip them because it's all building. What I understand that makes a hospital
equipment and personnel.
And so when you begin to build, is anything wrong? There's something that is wrong. So we must go back to basics. Another thing I will do, we will return back to those things our value system. Yes. Those values are lost. When they like it so much, I enjoy the reading. And I go and match, bim, bim, bim. But there's something, it inculcates some sense of discipline in you, the child. I went to a state school. I didn't go to a federal government college. I got a different college, a secondary school winter. But every 4:45 in the morning, I was taking new every morning. I called him, gave it, I walk him, so, those values, they prepared us to be where we are. Now let me ask you, what have you bequeathed to your children? Your children don't have that opportunity, or your grandchildren. So you owe them that responsibility to ensure that they have a future or something to behold. No more stories. I don't want to have a match pass in our local government.